Well, good afternoon, everyone. Can everyone hear me okay?
Yes.
Wonderful. On behalf of Calvin and Susie, thank you very much for being here today for the baby naming ceremony for little baby Riley. My name is Kelly Howlett and I'm your celebrant for today's event, and the ceremony will get underway shortly, but we've just got some housekeeping. So the toilets are through past the carport there to your left. The muster point, if there is any emergency today, will calmly file out and we'll go out past the driveway gates there. And also in terms of water and refreshments, and it's a very warm day today, so please do keep your water and refreshments up. Just behind us there to the left. Now there is an interactive element to today's baby naming ceremony and you'll get to be involved. We've actually got a memory jar ritual today. So please stay tuned for the cues where you can get involved in today's ceremony. Now if you can please, because we're going to get started shortly, if you can turn off your mobile phones or just put them to vibrate or silent if possible for the duration of today's baby naming ceremony, that would be appreciated. Good afternoon, welcome. My name is Kelly Howlett and on behalf of Calvin and Susie Brown, I'm really honoured to be here today. Not only to welcome you all here to this beautiful beachfront yard with this lovely Sunday afternoon breeze, but I'm proud to be here to officiate and bear witness, along with each of you, to this naming ceremony for baby Riley. Calvin and Susie Brown are so happy and eternally thankful for the blessing that the arrival of Riley Jacob Sterling has given them as a couple. Calvin and Susie are excited to take this opportunity to formally introduce him to you, their family and friends, and to confirm and bestow upon their son his chosen names. Now many of you know that the path to have Riley was a long and disruptive and at times painful one for Calvin and Susie. However, despite these trials and tribulations, Calvin and Susie's love for each other not only deepened, but also the love for their unborn child. Despite the difficulties of the start, Susie was blessed with a trouble-free pregnancy and was able to deliver Riley with Calvin by her side at the Headland Health Campus on Sunday the 2nd of December 2018. While Riley will be an only child, his cousins, Tom, Joanne, Peter, Macy, will all have a brother-sister type role in addition to being cousins. As cousins, Tom, Joanne, Peter, Macy will all love and care and protect their cousin Riley. It provides great comfort to Calvin and Susie that you cousins will always be there for each other to share this close bond. Calvin and Susie are committed to nurture this child, to love him, to provide him with a safe and secure environment, and to guide him without fear as he plots his own course through life. Riley is an individual, and as such, future path will be uniquely his. Calvin and Susie will be there with him throughout, to offer him unconditional love and support. Calvin and Susie want to ensure that Riley lives as happy a life as possible. Children are a social responsibility, not just as parents for our own children, but as aunts, uncles, cousins, neighbours and friends. In a myriad of little ways and by example, we are all responsible for Riley's upbringing. As per the popular saying, it takes a village to raise a child. Being here today, Calvin and Susie personally count you as Riley's village as he goes forward on his course in his life. So we'll have a reading now by the eldest cousin, Tom Brown. Tom can come forward. Tom will be doing a reading, Oh, the Places You'll Go by Dr. Seuss. Thank you, Tom, for that reading, The Places You'll Go. Very fitting for the life of the journey ahead for Riley. Okay, the Guardian's Vow. Calvin and Susie have chosen guardians for Riley. Guardians are defined as personal persons who protect or defend. This is an apt choice of guardians by Calvin and Susie for Riley. Calvin and Susie have chosen Uncle Sam Brown, Uncle Tom Brown, and Aunt Melanie Jones to be protectors and defenders for Riley. We now come to this important part of the proceedings where I'll address the question to Riley's guardians. Sam, Tom, Melanie, you've been asked to accept the privilege of becoming guardians to Riley. Calvin and Susie ask you that you always welcome Riley if he comes to you for company, advice or help, and that you will listen to him and respect his confidences, no matter how great or small. Calvin and Susie ask that throughout you show Riley full understanding, unconditional love, and always let Riley know he will forever have a special place in your heart. Are you willing to accept this responsibility?
We are.
Yeah, we are.
Families are so very important. The role of parenthood is held in the highest regard. To be responsible for Riley as parents, this strengthens the bond that Calvin and Susie share and brings a strong purpose to their lives. Before, they were a couple in love, committed to each other in marriage. With the arrival of Riley in December, they now become a loving family unit. Listen for a moment to an extract of the poem The Reflection of a Family by Marge Kennedy. In truth, a family is what you make it. It is made strong, not by the number of heads counted at the dinner table, but by the rituals you help family members create, by the memories you share, by the commitment of time, caring, and love you show to one another, and by the hopes for the future, you as individuals and as a unit. Calvin and Susie, in front of your family and friends here today, do you both promise that you will continue to treasure the time you spend together and support each other through the changes in your lives?
We do.
I ask that you make your own personal declaration of commitment and unconditional love to Riley. Calvin, do you promise to protect and provide for Riley so he may grow up to be happy and safe?
I do.
Susie, do you promise to encourage his curiosity, courage and enthusiasm so that he can face life's challenges with resilience and optimism?
I do.
A name is very important. It distinguishes us from others and gives us a sense of belonging in our family and community. Calvin and Susie chose the name Riley Jacob Sterling for their son. Riley was a name that they both liked. Jacob is from Susie's great-grandfather, Jacob Patrick Jones, who had striking red hair and brilliant blue eyes. And Sterling means excellent or valuable. Riley, your full name has been chosen with love. We therefore name you Riley Jacob Sterling Brown. We wish you a long life, good health, happiness in a loving and peaceful world. May you bring joy to your parents, your family, and your friends. Calvin and Susie love their son and proudly name him Riley Jacob Sterling Brown. They wish him a long life filled with happiness, good health, love, and adventure. Aunt Melanie Jones, as one of Riley's guardians, will do a reading. That reading will be Walk as Tall as the Trees. It's a Native American Indian chant. Thank you, Melanie, for that lovely reading.
You've done good, Melanie.
Calvin and Susie would love for you all to participate in Riley's memory jar here on the right. You'll be asked to write a short message and to put that message in the Wish For You paper to place that into the memory jar. This will be a lovely keepsake for Riley and something which I'm sure he'll treasure when he gets older and looks back fondly as an adult on this. So if you could please come forward now and place your messages into the jar, that would be appreciated. So there's the pieces of paper there and the pens. Thank you very much everyone for participating in the memory jar, and I'm sure Riley will find that a fantastic keepsake as he grows older. So now we'll have the signing. We're going to have the certificate now. We have a baby naming certificate here for Riley, and at this point also we'll get ready to do a toast for Riley. So if you want to recharge your glasses, we've got some refreshments to the left of us there. So those that would like to recharge their glass, ready for a toast, please do. If I can have the parents, Uncle Tom and Litcha come and be a witness for this signing of this certificate.
Yeah.
Then I'll present you with the certificate. You haven't had to quiet you or anything.
They've left baby in the corner.
Thank you for that everyone. On behalf of everyone here, I welcome Riley and congratulate his proud parents, Calvin and Susie, and also his guardians, Sam, Tom and Melanie. I ask that you now raise your glass, and in a toast, please repeat after me. To Riley Jacob Sterling Brown.
To Riley Jacob Sterling Brown.
Long life.
Long life.
Peace and happiness.
Peace and happiness.
Thank you. So that concludes the formalities of Riley's naming ceremony. Again, thank you to each and every one of you for being Riley's village and for being here. I know it is quite warm today, so thank you. Now, Calvin and Susie are putting on an informal barbecue this afternoon, so if you'd like to stay, you're most welcome to stay for the barbecue. Thank you and enjoy the rest of your afternoon. Thanks.
Oh, that means we don't have a cook here.